Hola amigos! Welcome back! I'm here in my yard enjoying reading Magic Treehouse number 9, Dolphins at Daybreak by Mary Pope Osborn. We just finished chapter 6 in such suspense. Do you remember what happened? Do you recall? Maybe this picture will help. That's right. The Octopus Encounter, and now they see a hammerhead shark. Chapter 7, Capítulo 7, Remain Calm, page 42, 42. The shark swam behind the coral. Where did it go? Said Annie, peering out the window. It doesn't matter, said Jack. We have to get to the top. More water's coming in, said Annie. Yes, I know. Come on, faster, Jack ordered the mini sub. Even more water's coming in, said Annie. Lots more. Jack looked up. The water wasn't dripping now. It was spurting. A few seconds, said Jack. Suddenly, the mini sub burst out of the water. It bobbed on the waves like a cork. The ocean sparkled all around it. Safe, shouted Annie. Jack felt the water rising around his bare feet. Not really, he said. Whoops, the octopus must have made more cracks in the bottom. The water was up to their ankles now. Jack looked out. He saw the reef in the distance. The sub can make it. It doesn't look that far. Go, 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 said Annie. She pressed one of the steering keys. Suddenly the screen went blank. What's happening? Said Jack. Annie pressed the key again. Then Jack pressed the other pictures. Now nothing happened. It's dead, said Annie. Oh, great, said Jack. Now the water was up to their knees. I guess we'll have to swim, said Jack. He took a big breath. Right, said Annie. It's a good thing we had swimming lessons this summer. Right, said Jack, and it's a bad thing we just saw a shark. Jack quickly found the picture of the shark in the book. He read aloud, If you ever see a shark in the water, do not splash. Swim calmly away. Jack closed the book. We better do the breaststroke, said Annie, so we won't splash. Yep, and stay close, said Jack. Very close, said Annie. Her eyes were wide, but she seemed very calm. Jack took a deep breath. He tried to be calm, too. He took off his glasses, put them into his backpack with his book, and placed his pack on his back. Annie opened the hatch. Be calm, she said, and she slipped out of the mini sub. Help, Jack said calmly. He held his nose. Then he calmly lowered himself into the ocean. Chapter 8. Swim for your life! Page 48. 48. Jack moved his arms slowly. He moved his legs slowly. He gently pushed the water out of the way as he did the breaststroke. Calm, calm, he told himself. Annie swam beside him. They headed for the reef. All was calm. Then Jack saw something out of the corner of his eye. A dark fin was zigzagging through the water, heading toward them. Jack wanted to splash. He wanted to yell, but he remembered, calm. I better not tell Annie. She'll stay calmer if she doesn't know. He began to swim faster, then faster. Annie went faster too. They both swam so fast and as calmly as they could. Sometimes Annie went even faster than Jack, which made him swim faster and faster. Jack was so scared that he wasn't tired at all. He was swimming for his life and for Annie's life. He didn't look back to see if the shark was still there. He didn't want to know. He just kept his eye on the treehouse in the distance, and he kept swimming. Jack and Annie swam and swam and swam. It took forever for the treehouse to look even a little closer. Jack realized the reef was farther away than he thought. He kept swimming, but his arms and legs felt heavy. Annie was struggling too. Float, she said, float. Jack and Annie turned on their backs. They floated the way they had learned in swimming class. We'll just rest for a minute, Jack thought. Then we'll keep going. The more Jack floated, the more tired he felt. Soon he was too tired even to float. He started to sink. Then he felt something. His heart stopped. Something pushed at him in the water. It was slippery and alive. Had the hammerhead caught up with them? Jack shut his eyes and waited for the worst. He waited and waited. Finally, he opened his eyes. In front of him was a shiny gray head. A dolphin's head! The dolphin pushed Jack with its nose. It made happy clicking sounds. Hooray! Cried Annie. Jack looked over at her. She was clinging to the fin of another dolphin. Her dolphin was moving through the water. Jack grabbed the fin of his dolphin, and the two dolphins swam smoothly through the water, pulling Jack and Annie towards the reef. Oh. And that's the end of that chapter. Thanks for joining me for Dolphins at Daybreak. In our next video, we'll finish the next 2 chapters. Hope you have a great rest of your day. So fun imagining life underneath the ocean.